What's cracking, you people? Welcome to another project on the channel, Star Fox Assault. And without further ado, well, I guess before the opening title rolls again, let's go ahead and just hit start. So we're gonna play one of my favorite games from my childhood. This is my second. Actually, this is my favorite Star Fox game. It's the third one I played, but it is by far my favorite. So, like with all of my projects, we're gonna have some rules to set forth here, or you got a profile started. And, you know, if you go into your profile, actually, just to show this off, so I can let's do here. I believe if we go into here, let me go ahead and yeah, if you go into user settings, you can select your particular gameplay layout. This is essentially classic mode. I'm playing on dual stick to give us a little bit of a challenge. You get this option every time you make a new character. So start with a few ground rules with regards to Star Fox Assault. Rule number one, well, I say rule number one, it's actually more or less just to kind of give you guys a heads up. I've actually been trying to get this going for a little bit, actually for a couple of months now, in between other projects, trying to be able to record the game. And from my understanding, there are a couple of GameCube games that have this sound popping issue. Star Fox Assault is one of them when you're converting it to HDMI. And considering I don't have a analog recording setup, I only have an HDMI recording setup. It's just a way to fix it, and I won't look like a dumb when I don't realize it. But there is a sound popping issue. However, it only happens in pre-rendered cutscenes, so we're probably not going to hear it very often. As a matter of fact, I think there are only I think for the most part the only pre-rendered cutscenes are in the very opening level and the very end. So kind of bear with me on this one, but otherwise, let's just jump into it. New story and start from the beginning. I'm gonna go with silver level because it's been a while since I played Star Fox Assault, so let's see. Let's ease back into it.
Remnants of Andross's butchers. You've kept us busy, but now your end is at hand.
No quarter! Show these dogs we mean business!
All ships, battle formation V. Break through the center. The Cornerian fleet is broken through our front lines. They're everywhere.
Think you're tough, eh? In that case, it's secret weapon time! Stealth Squadron, open fire!
Stinking ape! We underestimated the strength of his reserves.
Detecting gate transmission outside the combat sector. Brief Fox? Command! This is Star Fox team!
Team Star Fox, ready for duty.
Leave these losers to the pros! We'll beat them in no time!
Well, Fox, looks like we're not too late.
Yep, of course, General.
It's just so crazy! I can't believe Andross had so darn many troops left behind!
They're almost all common scum, in it for the money.
They're quite dedicated for a bunch of hired guns.
The leader of this rebellion is none other than Oikkenny.
Okay, I see now. So we're here because...
We're here because we gotta put this creep on ice.
Yes, you must take him down. I'm counting on you. Now, get prepped and go.
Let's go, team. Communications line, green.
Oikkenny's no pushover, so be careful out there.
Left line is.
The outcome of this battle hangs on you, team. Are you all ready? Launch all ships!
All ships, avoid the Armada's fire. Aim for Oikkenny's flagship.
Here we go!
Hey, Snippy, don't get cocky.
Slippy, you've already got bogeys on your tail.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble! Thanks, Fox. I thought I was a goner.
You haven't changed a bit, Rock Boy.
Cornelia Army now commencing third volley of cannon fire. Andross's ships are being destroyed one after the other.
We can't give up now.
Andross's fleet is dead ahead. They're everywhere.
Okay, Falco and Slippy, take the left side. Crystal and Fox, hit the right. Everyone strike, now!
All right! Hit them hard and don't hold back!
So yeah, jumping into it, Star Fox Assault takes place is a continuation of Star Fox Adventure. They're going off that timeline, which that in and of itself is a continuation of Star Fox 64. And this game was actually developed by by Namco Bandai. I'm probably going to be talking over the dialogue a lot, so don't get used to me. Don't get used to me trying to you know, time it so that way. I actually never destroyed that thing on that run. So don't get used to me cutting out and letting the character speak or the voice acting like I usually do with some of my projects, because as much as I have played this game, I don't know exactly when all the dialogue comes up. That's putting that out there right now. So yeah, Star Fox Assault is a more traditional Star Fox game. However, it's still not considered a, well, how to put it like this.
Dead ahead and coming this way.
A stealth squadron. Look out, Fox.
Try out your bombs, Fox.
To my understanding, from what I've seen in most Let's Players and some reviewers.
Star Fox is headed this way. Star Fox, eh? Work him over.
Some reviewers have also come out and, well, I won't say come out, but from what I understand of the general feeling, that this is a decent Star Fox game, but it still doesn't hold a candle to Star Fox 64.
Our final line of defense has been penetrated.
Is this guy some kind of demon? Ah! I'll handle him.
What? Are you?
The enemy flagship is fleeing to Fortuna.
That scum Oikkenny's getting away.
After him, Fox! Keep moving. Follow him into the atmosphere. Adjust G diffuser system output. Let's go.
Oikkenny seems to have fled, but he may be lying in wait for us. I want all of you to proceed with caution.
Worrying a bit much, aren't you, Gramps?
Let's take it in low.
Where'd that crazed chimp Oikkenny go?
Rob, find that black-hearted ape's location.
Affirmative.
So yeah, what was that? Yeah, the general consensus for Star Fox Assault is that it's an okay game, but it's still not as good as it's still not as good as 64. And in my opinion, I see where they're coming from, but I don't agree with it personally. As a matter of fact, and I say this as someone who grew up playing 64 relentlessly, I still have memories of having to get my brother to help me beat the actual final boss of 64. And from my just from my experience, I think Star Fox Assault is probably the best game in the series. And that's just my opinion. Now, if you have a different opinion, that's fine. You know, perfectly fine. But I'm gonna go through and I'm just gonna share my general feelings on Assault with you guys. So going through the game, you might notice a couple of upgrades we picked up along the way, and a couple of drop items picked up along the way. You have your standard silver rings. They restore a certain amount of health. I won't say they're not a full restore, but they restore. You know, I want to say like a half restore. You got your gold rings that are a full restore, but they don't increase your health. In the old games, you would collect 3 and you get health increase. You got these right here, which are a 1-up castle. And you have your, your standard dual laser and a plasma launcher. And if you pick up a red version of that, it skips it, and you only have the single laser. It skips you straight to the blue laser. I should have dropped that beforehand.
There he is! It's Oikkenny!
You've got nowhere to run to, Oikkenny.
Ah! Persistent little pests, aren't you? That's enough hide and seek! Let me show you my true power!
Oikkenny, you ignorant ape. What are you up to?
Careful, Fox. You never know what a cornered beast might do.
I must bring an end to our relationship! Die! Ha 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 ha!
You think you can win? Don't make me laugh.
Then we have our first boss fight.
What's this? An Andros wannabe?
Watch your mouth! I'll show you!
And just like Falco said, we have our first boss fight that opens up on an Andros clone fight, because in Star Fox canon, Oikkenny is Andros' nephew, and he shows up. I think he made his first appearance, and I want to say Star Fox 64. And hence why he has this kind of floating head and hands thing. They're getting it out the way early. And our job was to come and put an end to it, since he's trying to take over Andros' empire.
Is that all you fools have got? I am the one and only true heir to the great Emperor Andros! The new Emperor! Andrew Oikkenny! Uncle Andros!
What? Reinforcements?
That doesn't look friendly.
Such strange thought patterns.
No, it can't be.
Abaroid, Abaroid, Abaroid. Abaroid? There's no time to hesitate. Return fire.
I don't know who that is, but he obviously ain't nice. That's it! It's working!
Enemy shield analysis complete. I'm bringing it up now.
And now we have the actual first boss of the game, the Abaroid. And this is a new enemy introduced for Star Fox Assault. And as we go through the game, we'll get more and more into that because a lot of these levels go by pretty fast. As you can see there, you may be wondering, oh, okay, it's like, okay, that's Andrew, he'll show back up later. Andrew's dead! That's the one thing about Star Fox Assault that got my attention when I was younger, is it is a surprisingly dark game. It is a surprisingly dark game. Like when characters die in this game, it is brutal and it is sudden. Like Game of Thrones, eat your heart out.
Somehow, we beat it.
But what a strange creature. Wait, what's that?
I don't believe it. Fox, you have to get that.
Really? Well, okay.
Fox!
Whoa, we got company.
Fox, grab that thing and get out of there.
All ships are home. This must be how things get started.
You've done well, team. Come on up.
So yeah, we get our at the inner area mission. We get our rank screen like we do with classic Star Fox games. You see, we got one special flag. I think there's 5 hidden in every mission, and you get a badge if you hit, the score. You get a medal for, I think, just for completing the level. Well, not gonna be the level, but make sure all your teammates get back safe and sound. And each teammate, like in previous games, provides a certain gameplay attribute. Slippy will scan for enemies. I believe in the old games, Falco led you the shortcuts. Peppy still gives you hints. I forget what Crystal's specific thing is, but no, I think Crystal gives you a heads up when you're about to perform a dangerous attack to use a telepath. And yes, Crystal is a permanent member of Star Fox, like we saw at the end of that adventure. But with that being said, I'll see you next time.